Alright, what's up everybody? Baller Trader back yet again on another Monday. So you know it's time. What are we talking about this week? Well, let's look at the weekly chart, starting off on the higher time frame. And we see that this week is pretty critical. If this week can stay green, it's going to be looking like a bottom is forming. And so because it's that fractal pattern, right? So what we're looking for is we're looking for a down candle, and then we're looking for a higher low on the left and a higher low on the right. So if this week is pretty critical. If we can put in this low, it's going to be a good time for Bitcoin. There's not much brewing on the weekly chart right now, just besides watching how this week ends up. We look at, well, actually, we can't even use this swing because this swing is already tied to this high, and you can actually see the value of higher time frame, just the basics on the basic fundamentals on higher time frame. We see this low to this high, and we see a reaction at the optimal trade entry. Likewise, once we see a reaction here, we can assume that it's going to reach up into some key levels on the higher time frame charts. And so now we are just looking at the weekly, pondering what this week's going to do. But just to go down on the daily and get a little more clues, a little more information, I'm actually thinking about buying. I'm thinking this is a good long that's setting up, possibly, but it may be a little premature, as we see on the weekly chart. We haven't even put in the low on the week yet, so this would be a little more risky. But we see this optimal trade entry on the daily, and we're consolidating, we're starting to make higher lows right at this optimal trade entry, and it looks pretty good. So this is also, I guess this could be the topic of the video today, but it's also the value in knowing the higher time frame, because like I said in the first real episode TV, Introduction to Professional Bitcoin Trading, we're looking for that method that's going to let us buy low and sell high, right? We want to know when the bottom's going to form, and we want to aim for the top. And in being able to anticipate that, it kind of gives us a bias. So if we anticipate a high, we're really looking to fill this optimal trade entry short at the bare minimum if this is going to be a low. So we're looking for 280. It's also support and resistance all along here, and we'll draw that in right there. Boom. So 280 is looking really good. I mean, you see this level, and you see this level, and you see this level, and you see that it's an optimal trade entry short. If we're gonna, it's just a level in the future that may be respected, that we have to keep our eyes on. So this is the value of knowing this higher time frame stuff. If we start popping up, people are going to be shorting into this, but that's not the play. That's not the high probability play. So in knowing kind of like the higher time frame pull, we can filter out all sells if this proves to be going up. And that is the value of higher time frame analysis, and that's the value of anticipating when a low may form and then anticipating where it may be reaching to. And these setups form on higher time frame charts. So if this takes off, we're not selling at 260, we're not selling at 250, we're just buying dips, right? Until we get to key resistance. And then we're going to reconsider and just watch what happens to price. Likewise, if this were to be bearish, we would be looking at just other targets, such as key levels. I mean, I want to say 200, 212. Yeah, I would say this, because let's put up the let's put up the fibs again from this to this. So if this fails, if this optimal trade entry fails and we just go lower, then I think a 100% retracement is very likely. If we can't hold in this area, then we're probably going to go back to this area of support, and basically where all this whole move started from, right? And if that fails, then we're looking at these lows. So this is also, it's good to know both directions, because if we do break down from here, we're not really looking to buy any dips until 210, 200. So we're not really super excited to play 225 or 215. We're just really looking to see, we're looking at our key levels to look for a reaction, and we're not really looking to, buy the absolute bottom, but we're looking to see if things are going to turn bullish here, and then we can buy a retracement. And even if this breaks, then the value in knowing our higher time frame is that we're not going to be buying anything until we see what happens at 173, or even maybe like the 127 is would be support. But yeah, so I mean, just higher time frame analysis. Just go with your higher time frame analysis, because all the big trades are going to set up on higher time frame analysis. Doesn't mean that you only need to trade the daily, but it does mean that if you're trading the hourly or the 15-minute, and say that we're right here, you don't want to be thinking about like too much selling, even though this might have like a $5, $10, $15 reaction. You still have to recognize that higher time frame is pulling this up into a key level right here. And so while you may get your dip here, it's less likely that you're going to get your dip, because price is going to be reaching to those key levels. That's all I have to say about this week, but I'll try to I'll frame this a little bit better. Maybe I can get into depth. I haven't really thought too much about this. I kind of just turn on my camera and make a video, but I mean, I've just been feeling bullish for a while, man. I don't know why. It's a little premature, but I think I'm gonna make a play on it, because I think if I put my stop at 233, if I could buy a retracement, well, it's at 245 right now. I just think if price goes down a little bit, let's see. So then what you can do is you can go with your higher time frame levels, right? Now you can go down to the hourly and really see what's happening. So we know that we've got our blue line, like our sky blue line is our sweet spot, 70%, and you can really see this is a low, this is a higher low, and you can see how, well, one interesting thing is this fake out here, which if you see my previous videos, I'm thinking like Bitcoin doesn't really fake out. It doesn't do any stop rating, but it looks like it did stop right here. Likewise, it looks like Bitcoin did a stop rate like right here. It did the same thing right here, right? When it reversed. So when you do see a stop rate, it is pretty important. I mean, that's how all big moves start, right? It's just how you get extra liquidity, and it's how you screw a lot of people. So I could easily see this going sideways for a week, couple more days, but gonna be definitely watching this consolidation. I mean, if we continue to make higher highs, so say we're just like this, and then we make a lower or a higher low, and we do something like this, then that's gonna be confirmation to me that we're going to 280. And I even think I still have 420 in my sights. I really just believe in this Wall Street thing, man. I think the Wall Street's going to Ponzi pump this shit. So, but the Wall Street Ponzi move could have been just saying that they were getting involved just so they could build shorts at this level and then ride this thing to like 20. So you never know really how the Ponzi is going to play out, but that's why we look at market structure, right? Because the big money, they can't really hide. So if this low is going to stay intact, that's just accumulation. And if these lows get taken out, then we know that there's a massive selling occurring. So that's what I'm watching. Basically taking the daily key levels down to a 1 hour chart and just observing. But I think I'm going to buy soon just because I'm bored. And I just want to get an early ticket to the Ponzi. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if we consolidated for a couple more days or a week. But I don't know, man. I feel good. I feel like buying. So that's my plan. I feel like I'm leaving something out though. Like, I know I should have said something else. But I guess I am going to leave it at that. And until next time, good luck, good trading.